When Piccolo wished for Shenron to awaken his latent potential, the Eternal Dragon gave him every last drop of his current potential. Now, Piccolo in his lemon green transformation rivaled Ultimate Gohan's strength. Despite Piccolo gaining power that would outright help him defeat his equals in strength, he lost to Gamma 2. In this video, we'll discuss how Piccolo has been holding his growth back. Piccolo is an Namekian, a race with an inherited talent for mystical abilities, and Katatsu's child who splits into Kami and Demon King Piccolo, and thus was confirmed to be a prodigy in magic. Although Piccolo forgot his roots, he's always had this talent for magic, and now Shenron has given Piccolo direct access to even more magical abilities through the Dragon Ball resembling orange form.
Shenron, a little extra went a long way.
It can't be.
You see, Piccolo has on several occasions used two types of magic, conjuration and telepathic. Thanks to his conjuration magic, he is able to make a sword and a change of clothes for Gohan before the Saiyan saga when he kidnapped him from Goku's friends. He's also used telepathic magic in two main forms: telepathy, where he is able to communicate with various warriors like Goten and Trunks when they were in the hyperbolic time chamber, and telekinesis, where he can manipulate objects a distance away from him without directly touching them. When in his lemon green potential awakened form, Piccolo was able to use his telekinesis as a setup for a finishing blow, although Gamma 2 was able to counter it.
Is that Dr. Hedo's greatest work?
How unfortunate! Catch!
Wait! Who's unfortunate?
Seems like there's a decent guy in there, but somebody's been giving him lousy orders.
However, I believe that instead of Piccolo having to use his orange form, he could have soundly beaten the android without it. In fact, let's skip all the way back in time and discuss when Piccolo had to fight Frost from Universe 6.
Now, the next contestant from the 7th universe to face off against Frost will be Piccolo!
Yeah, remember that humiliation. Piccolo could have won decidedly if he had mastered his talent for magic prior to this fight. Of course, since the Android saga in Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo has been focusing on getting stronger through pure martial arts and relying on only a half of his strengths. Piccolo's problem of not being able to compete with Goku and Vegeta, and even Gohan, truth be told, is because he handicaps himself by relying on just fighting rather than using the magical talent he was born with. You might be wondering what kind of advantage conjuration magic gives Piccolo in a fight against Frost. Well, for starters, let's talk about immobilization. Conjuration magic could easily take away your opponent's speed, speaking based on how guys use this ability against Goku and Granola. And with a fighter like Frost who relies on his speed, Piccolo could have conjured up tough chains that would have caught Frost off guard, allowing for Piccolo to have landed a full force kick on Frost's gut, and this would have been the perfect setup for a powerful ki blast that could have sent him out of bounds. There could be arguments for why this plan I'm laying out wouldn't have worked on Frost particularly, but the point is Piccolo's magical abilities could be used in surprising ways to end troublesome opponents, especially opponents who are equally as strong as Piccolo. I mean, Piccolo could have engaged Frost in an epic martial arts class just to size him up or even to get warmed up, since they are like that. And then when Piccolo is ready to get serious, he surprises Frost with magic that sets up Piccolo's full power attack or combo. Let's skip forward in time to the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, where for a brief moment, Piccolo uses this kind of fighting in real time.
Whoa! I had no idea it was you in there, King Piccolo!
Like I told you, King Piccolo was the old me!
So I didn't vaporize you after all! Don't tell me you think you can win just because you made it out alive!
This is not gonna end the way it did before.
You mean you're not gonna run? What'd you do? It's only been a few hours. Don't you dare tell me you were holding out on me.
I'm not telling you anything.
Oh, that's boring. Sorry, bud. Your little upgrade is cute, but it won't be nearly enough to keep up with me.
What?
For real?
Damn, this guy's good! Even my power-up still wasn't enough.
Cause I'm Dr. Heddle's greatest work!
How unfortunate. Catch!
Wait! Who's unfortunate?
Seems like there's a decent guy in there, but somebody's been giving him lousy orders.
So what if they have? That's why we exist.
When Lemon Green Piccolo is blown away and crashes through the building, Piccolo uses his telekinesis to gather the fallen blocks behind him and hurls them at Gamma 2. If Gamma 2 didn't have his sphere barrier, Piccolo's special beam cannon would have ended the fight. This little scene is my favorite scene because it shows that even though Piccolo is a bit outmatched, he realizes a possibility for victory somewhat instinctively and uses his magical abilities as a setup for a devastating attack. Now let's discuss the final part of today's topic, Orange Piccolo's unrivaled power. Orange Piccolo has always been an interesting transformation for me because Piccolo got this form from Shenron, and in it he kinda looks like a Dragon Ball, a super buffed Dragon Ball. Piccolo looking like a Dragon Ball isn't very special until you realize he didn't notice his appearance changed, even though he was checking himself out right after sucking Gamma 2.
Well now, thank you, Shenron. That little extra went a long way.
It can't be.
Piccolo's orange form isn't just to show he has greater power. I think the form itself is a hint to my favorite Namekian to hone his magic. In fact, I dare say that Orange Piccolo can use different types of magic, which is why he looks like a Dragon Ball. For example, maybe with his orange form, Piccolo can materialize clones without the energy drain, or he could even use strength buffing magic that would amplify his orange form full power without a strain on his body. The possibilities are endless, really. I just think that with his orange form, Piccolo can use all kinds of magic, which is why he looks like a Dragon Ball. I mean, who knows, perhaps Orange Piccolo's roster of magical abilities could be even greater than Boo's. Now, if Piccolo got the hint that he should hone his aptitude for magic, where would he start so that his inborn abilities, conjuration and telekinesis, could be used optimally in battle? I think the answer to this question is the Supreme Kais. The Supreme Kais can all use magic. In fact, Kibito has been shown to use transportation magic and healing magic. Supreme Kai has used conjuration magic, and Great Supreme Kai, the ancestral Supreme Kai, can use all kinds of magic like potential awakening magic, conjuration magic, and even a kind of omnipresence, which allows him to see what's unfolding in very distant places.
Is he dead?
I don't know. I've stopped sensing the boys' energy too, but it didn't feel like a fight. They all seemed calm and suddenly they were just gone.
Yes, you're right. They're gone to an alternate dimension of time and space.
What? A different dimension?
A world where time flows differently. Isn't that ringing any bells?
Yeah, the hyperbolic time chamber. But why would they want to fight in there? It doesn't make sense. Unless the boys were training in the chamber and Boo just barged in.
No, it wasn't an invasion, I can tell you that. The Namekian led him through the portal himself. I'm not sure why he did that, though.
Wow. I wonder how he knows that. He's powerful, huh? And he's unlocking Gohan's potential at the same time. Don't worry, Supreme Kai. Maybe you'll be that strong when you're old, too.
Thank you.
If Piccolo wants to master his magic, I think the best ones to teach him will be the Supreme Kai, since they use magic the most. In particular, I think Supreme Kai Shin will be the perfect teacher for him, since he was able to conjure Catching Tight, the strongest element in the 7th universe, and he used telekinesis to hurl it safely at Goku.
Sharper than that.
Hold on just a moment. Let's try something harder to really push the sword's limits. It's all yours, Goku.
What is it?
The hardest element ever discovered in the known universe. It's called catching tight.
Whoa, that's hard.
Yes, throw it up in the air for Gohan to test.
I'd be happy to. Batter up.
If Piccolo wants to be able to conjure and use Catching Tight as a steady reinforcement for blocking powerful attacks, then Catching Tight is a perfect conjure. Piccolo could even surpass the Kais and conjure Catching Tight, the strongest element in the whole multiverse.
Now, Arak, let's return to your question about the ring's quality of workmanship.
What? Oh, no, I'm good. I'm sure he didn't mean to disparage your work.
It's made of Catchentite, the hardest substance in the cosmos, and even stronger than regular Catchentite. An element you may already know from the 7th. That's why the ring will do just fine.
Yes, that makes sense to me.
If you're still doubting, though, you may test it.
Perhaps you could even apply a serious durability amplification magic on it, so that it can withstand the strongest of attacks like Goku's most powerful Kamehameha or whatever. Basically, the sky is the limit of Piccolo's potential in magic, and it's not fair if he continues to underestimate the usefulness of magic when it could be the deciding factor in his future battles.